In the animal kingdom, there have always been predators. While the predators of today are absolutely terrifying, they honestly don't hold a candle to prehistoric predators. And today we're going to be counting down the top 10 predatory dinosaurs. Number 1 is a no-brainer, but do watch out for it. With all that said and done, let's begin, shall we? Number 10. Yutyrannus. Yutyrannus was discovered in 2012 by A. Zhu Xing. The name is derived from Mandarin Chinese of the word feather, as well as Latinized Greek for tyrannos or tyrant, a reference to its classification as a feathered member of the Tyrannosauridae. Yutyrannus was described as a fierce predator, as well as also a pack predator possibly, as one of the specimens found actually contains 3 different Yutyrannosaurus, as well as evidence of a sauropod, so more than likely before these 3 died, it was actually hunting down one big sauropod for one gigantic meal. Whether they did succeed in their hunt or not, they're at least immortalized in this sort of scene. Number 9. The Giganotosaurus. Giganotosaurus was one of the largest meat-eating dinosaurs. It roamed modern-day Argentina during the late Cretaceous period about 99.6 to 97 million years ago. For a long time, Tyrannosaurus rex, or king of the dinosaurs, was thought to be the largest carnivorous dinosaur. Today, though, Giganotosaurus is believed to have been slightly larger than the T-Rex, though even Giganotosaurus ranks behind Spinosaurus in size among the meat-eating dinosaurs. First described in a 1995 study in the journal Nature, Giganotosaurus was at the time thought to be the largest carnivorous dinosaur. The specimen analyzed was up to 41 feet long from head to tail and weighed between 6.6 and 8.8 tons, the researchers estimated at least. Not only large, but quite fast as well. Models suggest that Giganotosaurus could run up to 31.3 miles per hour, at least according to a 2001 article in the journal Acta Paleontologica Polonica. Any faster and the animal would lose its stability and fall over, rather like me and several others when we decide to run. Number 8. The Megaloceros. Megaloceros was a very large theropod for its day, reaching between 23 and 30 feet long and weighing 1.5 to 2 tons. It's actually one of the largest. It had somewhat short but strong arms with sharp hook-like claws on 3 fingers, perfectly designed for gripping onto prey and slashing into its flesh. It also had long, powerful hind legs, good for chasing down prey. Its tail, like most other theropods, was built to help balance it while moving. It had a long, narrow skull with sharp blade-like teeth for slicing through the flesh of other creatures. Its hunting techniques were very cruel. First he took on prey on the ground, then eats the victim alive. Funnily enough, paleontologists thought very differently on how this dinosaur looked. They were originally described as large, lumbering lizards instead of large, upright, bird-like reptiles. Just picture a Komodo dragon walking on all 4s with its tail dragging on the ground. No offense to the Komodo dragon, but describing this fierce predator as such is kind of a disservice. Number 7. Acrocanthosaurus. Acrocanthosaurus was discovered in 1950 by American paleontologists J. Willis Stovall and Juan Langston Jr., and it was named after its tall neural spines. Acrocanthosaurus was among the largest theropods known to exist. The largest known specimen, being named NCSM 14345, is estimated to have measured 11.5 meters or 38 feet from snout to tail tip and weighed 5.7 to 6.2 metric tons. Definitely built like a predator, it had 38 curved and serrated teeth contained in a huge skull that could reach up to 130 centimeters long. It hunted like most predators with its kind of anatomy, locking down on prey with their jaws while latching onto them with sharp claws. For these measurements and reasons alone, this big guy gets number 7 on the spot. Number 6. The Coelophysis. Coelophysis was an unusual predator. It lived in large herds, something that actually does not happen in today's world. Although grazing animals such as wildebeest or caribou live in herds in our modern world, no predators live in large groups. I suppose maybe barring hyenas. I'm not really sure how big those groups are considered though. It is also the smallest predator to make it on our list. The body of Coelophysis was only a little larger than a turkey. It had a long, slender tail and jaws filled with dozens upon dozens of knife-edged teeth. The animal's rear legs were strong and agile, and it had feet with 3 long toes and 1 short one, and it was quick to leap away from large predators. The front legs of Coelophysis were small and probably were not used for walking. They were more likely used to gather food. Its head was large with a pointed snout and large eyes. Coelophysis was a master of ambush and perhaps a fish eater as well, as it seems that this 100-pound predator lived along streams moving through ferns and horsetails, always on guard for its enemies. It also ate insects, lizard-like reptiles, and other small dinosaurs. Unlike the giant predatory dinosaurs of later times, the Triassic theropod dinosaurs were also prey. Their enemies included the enormous phytosaurs, which weighed a ton or more, and the active and powerful predators such as Postosuchus. These adversaries dominated the Triassic landscape, both on land and in the water. Number 5. The Carnotaurus. When paleontologist Jose F. Bonaparte unearthed a single well-preserved fossil from an Argentinian fossil bed in 1984, he was struck by this new dinosaur's prominent horns. He eventually bestowed the name Carnotaurus, or meat-eating bull, on his discovery, one of the rare instances in which a dinosaur has been named after a mammal. It lived in South America, stomping grounds of the monstrous Giganotosaurus, but they never competed against each other. While Carnotaurus lived 70 million years ago, its larger cousin predated him by 30 million years. In fact, during his time, he was actually the largest predator in South America, at 25 feet in length and weighing about a ton, with most meat-eating dinosaurs at the time only weighing around a few hundred pounds. We know very little about this creature, primarily because only a single intact fossil has ever been found. Nonetheless, it managed to land itself a TV role in the Steven Spielberg series Terra Nova, as well as the starring antagonist role in Disney's Dinosaur. Number 4. The Allosaurus. Allosaurus was among the earliest dinosaur discoveries, and fossils are plentiful, making it a darling of paleontologists as well as amateur dinosaur observers. This large theropod, which is Utah's state fossil, lived 155.7 million to 150.8 million years ago, during the late Jurassic period. Allosaurus is the most common dinosaur fossil found in Utah's Cleveland Lloyd Quarry, a site containing the densest concentration of Jurassic dinosaur bones in the world. Of the at least 74 individual dinosaurs found at the quarry, about 46 of them are Allosaurus specimens. Allosaurus was a massive carnivore. The larger specimens may have rivaled Tyrannosaurus rex in size, growing up to 39 to 43 feet long and 15 to 16 feet tall, and could have weighed more than 3,300 pounds in adulthood. The dinosaur's mouth contained dozens of sharp teeth that were serrated at the front and rear edges. The bones that formed the tip of the snout held 5 teeth, while the main tooth-bearing bones of the upper jaw and the tooth-bearing bones of the lower jaw held between 14 and 17 teeth each. Their teeth, however, were weak and were easily broken during feeding, but unlike human teeth, they are rapidly replaced by newer ones. Kind of like a bipedal shark, actually. Number 3. The Velociraptor. Velociraptor roamed the Earth about 85.8 million to 70.6 million years ago during the end of the Cretaceous period, but only came into common knowledge when it was featured prominently in the Jurassic Park movies. But scientists do not believe it resembled anything close to its Hollywood depiction in terms of size or appearance. The ones in Jurassic Park are more or less based on Utahraptors, or possibly even the Astroraptor. While the Velociraptor was featherless in the movies, paleontologists discovered quill knobs, which are places where flight-related feathers of birds are anchored to the bone, on a well-preserved Velociraptor forearm from Mongolia in 2007, indicating the dinosaur did in fact have feathers. Built to be a predator, Velociraptor had 13 to 15 teeth in its upper jaw and 14 to 15 teeth in its lower jaw. These teeth were widely spaced and serrated, though more strongly on the back edge than the front. This vast predator also appears to have a complicated relationship with Protoceratops, a sheep-sized herbivore and ancestor to Triceratops. A very famous fossil was uncovered during a Velociraptor and Protoceratops locked in a death grip. In this fight, the Velociraptor embedded one of its foot claws into the neck of the Protoceratops, while the Protoceratops bit down on one and probably broke one of the Velociraptor's arms. Now it's time for the day's best pick. No list about prehistoric predators would be complete without it, but I bet you think you knew everything about this dinosaur, especially after it was featured so prominently in Jurassic Park 3. However, one fact will be guaranteed to blow your mind. Number 2. The Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus was the biggest of all the carnivorous dinosaurs, larger than Tyrannosaurus and Giganotosaurus. It lived during part of the Cretaceous period about 112 million to 97 million years ago, roaming the swamps of North Africa. Its name means spine lizard, an appropriate descriptor as the dinosaur had very long spines growing on its back to form what is referred to as a sail. The distinctive spines which grew out of the animal's back vertebrae were up to 7 feet long and were likely connected to one another by skin. Spinosaurus is thought to have survived primarily on fish, including giant coelacanths, sawfish, large lungfish, and sharks, which is kind of a weird diet for a terrestrial predator, that is, if it was truly terrestrial. Recent fossil evidence shows Spinosaurus was the first dinosaur that was able to swim, and likely spent most of its life in the water. Spinosaurus had short hind limbs like early whales, dense and compact bones much like that of a penguin's, white and flat claws and feet which were possibly used in paddling, and a long and slender snout with conical teeth, which are perfect for catching slippery fish.
I saved the best for last, but first, I have a quick challenge that takes only 5 seconds to complete. If you can leave a like and subscribe within the next 5 seconds, you'll get 10 years of amazing luck. Just try it, it really works.
Number 1. The Tyrannosaurus Rex. I mean, could there be any other prehistoric predator worthy enough to occupy the top spot on this list? Apart from being among the most famous dinosaurs and certainly the most iconic, Tyrannosaurus is also the most scientifically significant. More study and debate has been conducted on this dinosaur than any other, and this study has pieced together an image of Tyrannosaurus as an extremely large and deadly predator, supremely adapted to its Cretaceous world. Tyrannosaurus had excellent stereoscopic vision and a highly developed and effective brain. Most researchers also believe that Tyrannosaurus would have a bite force beyond that of any other terrestrial animal known to date. These factors come together to present Tyrannosaurus as the best candidate for the top of this list. Did your favorite prehistoric predator make it to our list? If not, let us know in the comment section down below. Want to watch more videos about amazing animals? Click on any of the videos you see on your screen. As always, everybody, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Later, everybody.